Welcome back Pokefans to part 26 of our Pokemon Flora Sky series. Last episode we made our way through Route G and Route F and finally reached Siren's town. This episode will finally be going ahead and getting our 8 gym badge. I am really excited for this. Before stepping into the gym, I definitely want to just look around this town and see if we have any items or any trainers that will give us a move or a TM, anything like that. If not, we can finally go ahead and go into the 8th gym. Now, before going into the 8th gym, do remember there is going to be another battle, and this time it's going to be a battle against Brandon. So you do have to be a bit careful. He's definitely going to have some really strong Pokemons as well, and I'm not really sure if this is the last battle that we're going to have with him, but definitely we do have a rival battle coming up. Anyway, I think my current team members or the level in which they are currently is pretty good. As far as I know, this should be really good for me until I reach Elite 4. So I don't really have to level up my team members yet. But if you do want to actually prepare for the Elite 4, definitely would be better to have your Pokemons around level 55 right now. Which will, I guess, next will help you to kind of level up your team members. And you'll be quite ready for the Elite 4 itself. Alright, it seems like we did get Hidden Power TM in this house, which was pretty cool. Anyway, I did have some lucky guesses and was able to get it. But if you didn't see, the answers are actually right, and then for the last turn it's gonna be left. Other than that, we do have this special house right here. And this is where the Pokemon game developers are gonna be. Probably the director and everyone. You'll be able to get your, I guess, certificate for catching all the Pokemons right here. But since this is not a normal Pokemon game, I'm not going to be trying catching all the Pokemons. Either way, they are right here. I'm not going to be talking to them. I think that's all for this town. Maybe we do have one more house left, but we are pretty much done with this. As far as I know, we don't really have to worry about any items pretty soon. I think going to the gym would be the next best thing to do over here. Anyway, if you didn't know, the last gym in this game is actually a dark type gym, which is very unique since we didn't really have any dark type gyms before. That's the main reason why I like ROM hacks, because you have gyms with the typings that you normally don't see in the Pokemon games. Anyway, I think I have the perfect Pokemon for this, and that is gonna be Lucario. This is mainly the reason why I actually added Lucario into my team. It is better to have a fighting type in your team. If not, you might have a bit difficulty taking these guys down. Dark type Pokemons are not that strong, but definitely they'll go down if you have a fighting type Pokemon in your team, or if any of your team members do know fighting type moves. Anyway, here we have Brandon and his, I guess, final time that we are battling him. As you can see, he normally starts with a Zatu, and I definitely should have switched out my Lucario, but I'm lucky that I had Ice Punch on it, so we were able to take it down. That was a bit of a luck streak over there. Other than that, he's actually switching out to his Poliwrath, which is pretty cool. Personally, I really like that Pokemon. I think the best thing to do is switch into my Emolga and try to take it down. Alright, let's quickly go ahead and use Thunderbolt. That should be able to one-shot this Poliwrath. If not, I think I do have to go another turn. Okay, at least it didn't really hit me. That was pretty good. Now, Brandon will actually heal his Pokemon right here, so I did decide to go ahead and use Strength, which should be able to take it down a bit more in health, and now I should be able to one-shot it after this. Also, I didn't realize that Strength will actually decrease the speed, but that is pretty good as well. Anyway, now that we have taken his second Pokemon down, he's actually gonna go to his Rampados. Pretty good Pokemon, but it is pretty weak in its defense, so you do have to be a bit careful when you're using that Pokemon. Personally, I think I should be able to one-shot it with the help of my Torterra right here, and I'll just go ahead and use Earthquake, which I think is much better than using Giga Drain. And yep, we were able to one-shot it as well. Alright, let's see what he switched into next. And he's actually going to his Inferni. Now I could have kept my Torterra up in front, but since it's part grass type, I don't want to deal any damage. So I'll just go ahead and switch into my Kingdra, who should be able to use Surf. And I'm not really sure if we can one-shot it, but at least we should be able to take it down. Alright, we were able to one-shot it, so that's good. That's mostly because of the fact that we are a bit higher in level, but I think it's still fine if you are under leveled a bit over here. Anyway, his last Pokemon is coming out right now. Okay, maybe not. There are still 2 more. Okay, I guess the next one is actually a Ludicolo, which we can actually take down using Psychic. Well, I could have used my Emolga over here as well, since Ludicolo is part water type, but I think using my Gardevoir would be much better. So that's the reason why I switched out to it. Either way, it should be fine. You can also try using a fire type Pokemon, since Ludicolo is part grass type. But I think the most effective would be trying to use either Gardevoir or maybe trying to use any other Pokemon like a flying type Pokemon. That would be much better for Ludicolo. The last Pokemon he has is actually a Granbull, which is quite unique to see here. It is a unique Pokemon because of its Intimidate ability and it being a part Fairy type in the newer games. It is a unique Pokemon because I have never used it. I have always wanted to use it, but in the last minute I usually switch it out, so never have used it till now. Anyway, it seems like we have defeated Brandon pretty easily, which is pretty cool. We still have 2 more rivals to defeat, which I think we'll be defeating them near the Elite Four or near the Pokemon League. So that is going to be pretty surprising because we don't know what Pokemon the others are actually having, unlike Brandon, whom we have battled multiple times before. So this is going to be pretty exciting. Other than that, we have an 8 gym battle coming up, which is pretty cool. My today's goal is actually getting the 8 gym badge. If you might not know, the gym puzzle is kind of like the 7 gym, and this is probably in Emerald. It is a bit trickier, but definitely pretty tougher as well, considering the fact that the trainers in this gym are going to be a bit higher, especially the gym leader, who should be around level 50 or higher, based on what I remember. Alright, here we have the first trainer, and as I said before, this is actually a dark type gym, so you'll see a lot of dark type Pokemons. If you do have any Pokemon that has a fighting type move, or you have a fighting type Pokemon in your team, it is much easier. But if you don't have any, do not worry. You can definitely try taking these guys down by using the other Pokemons. Dark types aren't really the strongest out there, so definitely they are much easier to take down with, I guess, a move that is not super effective, but effective. Anyway, let me look around these panels. It seems it's gonna be a bit trickier, but I think I managed to come to the second trainer, so that is good. Alright, let's quickly go ahead and battle this ninja boy right here. It is pretty cool to see all the different kind of dark type Pokemons that are available in this game, just because of the fact that this is a dark type gym. Alright, here is a Skuntank, which is my favorite dark type Pokemon. It is actually a part poison and dark type. Pretty strong. You can definitely use this Pokemon in your team. It does get a variety of moves, as well as, I guess, its attack stat is pretty good as well. I have used this one before in my playthroughs and really enjoyed using it. If I do get a chance in the future, maybe I'll try using it again. Speaking of the future, we do have the new games coming up, which is the Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet, which is pretty exciting. We have had a lot of trailers till now that have been released, and a lot of new Pokemon as well as new characters introduced as well. Based on what I've seen till now, definitely pretty exciting. I am really excited to play these newer games. I have not really decided what to use yet, But I think I have a few Pokemons in my mind that I definitely want to use, and definitely would love to see how this game is gonna go through. I think I'm more interested in the picnic part, just because of the fact that you will be able to get some Pokemon X if you randomly picnic. So that is a pretty interesting feature for me, and definitely would love to see how that works. As usual, we do have gyms, which I think I'm not too excited because most of these games did have gyms, other than Pokemon Legends Arceus. But I guess that is unique for that game, and definitely the gym leaders are pretty good. I think the only factor would be terrestrializing. With it, I think we will have way more chances to use some Pokemons that we haven't really used till now, just because of the fact that they might actually terrestrialize into a different form or a different type, which would be pretty interesting to see. Anyway, I think the games are gonna be released in less than 30 days, or I guess 30 days from now, which is the most exciting part. I have been waiting so long for this game. I'm pretty sure you guys are waiting for it as well, and I haven't yet decided which game to actually play. I'm leaning more towards Pokemon Violet because of the polls that I have done till now, and most people have actually voted for Pokemon Violet. I'm interested to see if you guys are interested in seeing me play Pokemon Scarlet. Please let me know in the comment section on which one you would rather like to see me play. Definitely I am trying to get as many inputs on this one just before the game releases, so I'll be able to play a version. Anyway, back to the gym battles right here. As you can see, we are definitely seeing a variety of dark type Pokemons, and I'm actually quite surprised to see a Spiritomb right here. I mean, it is actually a legendary Pokemon, and I wasn't really expecting a random trainer in this game to have it. But I guess Cynthia again is gonna have it as well in her team. As far as I remember, Cynthia is gonna be having the same team members that she had both in Diamond and Pearl, as well as Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. So you definitely don't have too many issues with that, considering we all know which kind of Pokemon she actually uses in her team. So it shouldn't be too tough for us to take her down, but definitely it's gonna be trickier now that I'm using a completely different team in my game. Anyway, seems like we definitely have a lot of double battles right here, which I truly love. And I think there is a ROM hack out there which actually lets us just have double battles. Maybe I'll go ahead and try that one, because as you might have known till now, I really like double battles. It's just amazing. I mean, it does have a variety of Pokemons that you can use. Either way, here we have a Crawdaunt and a Zorua. I think the gym leader will actually have a Zorua, which will be pretty cool. Now, this gym actually reminds me that I do have to go ahead and pick up the Waterfalls HM. We still haven't really picked it up. And if you want to actually pick it up before this gym, it's actually in Water Cave. And this is actually in Route E. I think you would have actually gone ahead and gone through this cave before, but since we didn't have the ability to surf, I think we wouldn't have really explored it completely. But it is in Water Cave if you want to actually access it. I think I'll go ahead and go explore this cave after this gym battle, because we definitely need the Waterfall HM to move on with the storyline. But until then, let's quickly try to solve this puzzle. It seems like we definitely would have to step on this panel to move the statues in the right way, so we can actually go ahead and move on forward. The puzzles in each of these gyms till now have been quite interesting. I feel like most of the puzzles were the same as the Ruby and Sapphire games. So if you have played those, or if you have played Pokemon Emerald, I think you'll already know all of the kind of puzzles for each of these gyms. Alright, let's quickly go ahead and battle these two trainers. It seems like they are going to be the last two trainers for us in the gym in this game, which is pretty exciting. I mean, this game is definitely really long, You have a lot of storyline as well, and would have to actually catch multiple, I guess, legendary Pokemon before the end of it. But definitely really enjoyed this game till now, and I'm really excited to battle the final gym leader. I don't think it will be too difficult considering that he has all dark type Pokemons, and I should be able to take them down with my Lucario. If not, I'll definitely switch out my team members and see how the others do as well. Alright, we have definitely seen a lot of Absols in this game, and I think most of them were in this gym considering it is a dark type. But anyway, pretty easy. As I said before, dark type Pokemons are not too tough. You can definitely try to defeat them with just normal Pokemons. You definitely do not need to have a fighting type Pokemon in order to go through this. Anyway, it seems like we are in our last puzzle and just have to move the 3 statues in the left side so that we have a path to go forward. Now that we have that, let me actually make my way back. Sadly, the panels still work when you're going back, so you do have to step on them. Anyway, now that we have gone through this, let me quickly clear these 2 guys out over here. And the one good thing is that the brown panels have been cleared out and I don't have to really go through them again. Otherwise, it would have been double work. Anyway, now that we are completely through, here is the gym leader. You can definitely heal up your team members before you talk to him, and I have healed up my team members, so I don't really have to worry about it. Anyway, he is actually the last gym leader and the toughest of them all, so definitely interested in how this battle is gonna go through. As usual, he has 4 Pokemons and he's actually starting with the Absol. I don't think this is gonna be an issue. We should be able to one-shot it with the Aura Spear. As you can see, my Lucario is at level 54, and the main thing for this would probably be that it is actually a traded Pokemon and does get a lot of more EXP than my normal Pokemon. Okay, he is actually trying to learn Reversal, which I do not really need. And he is actually going to be going and bringing out his next Pokemon, which is a Tyranitar. I think having Kingdra is better than Lucario, considering that Tyranitar is part rock type. It should be able to go down with a Surf. If not, we'll try to switch up the moveset and take it down in another move. Okay, to be honest, it is pretty strong. I mean, after all, it is a special Pokemon. Personally, I really like Tyrannosaurus just because of the fact that it looks really cool. I have not used it. I think I have used a Pupitar before, but I didn't really get a chance to actually evolve it. I had to actually switch it out. If you're able to actually evolve it, it's definitely worth using it in your team. But it definitely does evolve at a very higher level, and it's a bit difficult to actually level it up considering it does take a lot of EXP. I think that was the main reason why I never used it. But here we have a Zorubak, which again, Zorubak doesn't really have a good defense, so it's pretty easy to one-shot it with a fighting type move. The last Pokemon that the gym leader has is actually a Umbreon. Umbreon is amazing. It is a complete wall. It definitely has an amazing defense and special defense stat, so really good wall if you want to actually use it. It doesn't really have a good attack stat though. I mean, you can't really use it to hit a Pokemon. It's probably out there to just let you heal your other team members or stall an opponent, which I think it does pretty well. But definitely it's a bit tougher to actually take it down. I think the gym leader will actually heal it up right here. Sadly, it actually didn't go down in the last move, and of course he did give it a leftover, which is a really good held item for it. Anyway, I just decided to go ahead and use close combat to just see how well it does. But it seems like we are still not able to take it down, so definitely I would have to try using Aura Spear back. Again, the gym leader did go with the Hyper Potions. Pretty bad. I mean, I should have expected it, but either way, this Aura Spear seems to have done a lot less damage than before. Now this might be because of the fact that it did increase its defense just before this. So I do have to actually hope that it does go down right here. Alright, luckily we were able to take down this Umbreon without too much issue. So that was pretty good. If you're using a normal type Pokemon against this Umbreon, I mean a Pokemon without having a fighting type move, definitely would like to recommend you guys go ahead and put some kind of status on it. Probably would recommend you guys to try using Toxic. It's a really good move to take down Umbreon without any issue. All you have to do is just use Toxic on it and try switching out your team members so it will actually go down. Other than that, probably you could put it to sleep and try hitting it and hope that it doesn't wake up before you take it down. Either way, it's not a tough battle. You can definitely take them down. And now that we have actually got our final gym badge, the only thing left for me to do in this episode would be probably just go back to Route E, which is right here, and try to get the HM waterfalls. Alright, let's make our way there. Now here in Water Cave, all you have to do is go ahead and go to the end of it. Would recommend you guys to go ahead and have your Flash TM, I guess the Pokemon that you have taught Flash TM to in your team, because definitely you do need it to go ahead and navigate this cave. Personally, sadly, I actually have it on my Zigzagoon, so I did have to switch out a team member. Luckily for me, Lucario was a higher level, so I just went ahead and switched it out. For now, it will be in the box. Do have quite a few trainers right here, and you can actually go ahead and battle them before you come here. Probably when you come to Platepick City the first time to get your second gem, you can definitely come and try to battle these trainers at that time because they are around level 15, which is quite low. But I think there is only so far you can go through this cave with just I guess just before the second gem. So definitely this is a optional trainer right here, which is pretty fine. I'll just go ahead and battle them. I'm always ready to go ahead and battle all the trainers in a route. This is probably because of the fact that even though they are quite lower level, they definitely do give me quite a few EXP, which will definitely help me leveling up my team members. Anyway, since we do have Flash, we are able to actually see the whole cave. As you can see, we have only 2 trainers right here, the second one being right next to the staircase. Without Flash, you can definitely navigate through it. I think it will be a bit difficult, but you can definitely navigate through this cave. And you do have the second trainer right here. Alright, let me try taking it down as well. I mean, I definitely wouldn't have to use any effort since it's quite lower level. Let's see which Pokemon is next, and it's a Meditite. Not bad. I think if you did have Meditite at this point in the game, you would definitely be able to easily take down the second gym. Considering the fact that the second gym leader is actually a normal type. Anyway, now that we have defeated him, we can just go ahead and move on. Since this is a dead end, I think there is a hidden item right over here. Yep, it's a ice heal. I think we didn't really have a use of Ice Heal till now. The only time you would probably use it is in the 4th gem, which is the Ice type gem. Other than that, you'll be able to come to this cave right here, but not go forward from here because of the fact that you can't really traverse completely through it without having Surf. You will definitely get this item, which is actually a PP up. You can actually go ahead and get this before itself. But after this, you definitely need Surf to move on. So let me actually look around. We do have a small platform right here and another item, which is Max Repel. Not bad. I have been using Max Repel and it is pretty good. It definitely does. I guess it is gonna be holding out a bit longer than the normal Super Repel, but still, I think I still prefer Super Repel than Max Repel. Anyway, here we are. This is actually the place where we are supposed to go. Cross over, and I believe that we have quite a few trainers to battle over here as well. Alright, let's move on. We do have the 2 trainers that we have to battle right here. but we do have another ledge to go down. Let me actually go ahead and explore the stairs and see if we have any item in that platform before we jump down. Alright, here we have our next two trainers. Let's quickly see which Pokemons they have. Sadly, they have only one Pokemon each, but at least they are around level 40, which is pretty good. I guess you can actually come back over here the minute you get Surf. I mean, it doesn't really need any other HMs to actually cross over. So probably you could try getting this once you get your 5th gym badge. I mean, definitely you have a lot of areas where you can actually surf. But if you are going ahead with the storyline, I think this is actually a really good time for you to come back over here to pick up the Waterfalls HM. Alright, that was a pretty easy battle. And now that we have actually defeated these two trainers, let me quickly go ahead and just look around this platform before we jump down the ledge. Okay, I guess it didn't have anything. Probably there is a hidden item, but I'm not gonna be checking it out. There is another ledge as well, but definitely do not jump through it. If you do have to go all the way around. So all you have to do is come to the right, and you do have this trainer right here who you can definitely go ahead and battle. Alright, she has a Smoochum which is quite cute. You will be able to find Smoochum, I believe, in the Safari Zone in Tozoro City, which is a pretty good place to find any of these, I guess, baby Pokemons. But I did not bother with the baby Pokemons in this playthrough because of the fact that they are a bit difficult to actually evolve. I think the only Pokemon that I did struggle with would probably be finding the right team member, but the others were pretty easy. Anyway, we have defeated this trainer as well, and now that we have, there is one more puzzle for us to solve before we get the HM for Waterfalls. And as usual, it's actually a ice puzzle, and I am not that confident with it. I mean, considering the fact that ice puzzles sometimes are a bit tougher. But let's try to solve this one. Alright. So the item that you're actually seeing in the north is the HM Waterfalls. All you have to do is try and get to it. I think we definitely do have to go this way. Okay. I think this is where I made the mistake last time. So this time I will try going to the right. And yep, we were able to find the HM Waterfalls. Alright. That is pretty good. Let's try going out. And all I have to do is do the mistake. And yep, we are back. Alright, now that we have finally gotten Waterfalls, we can actually go ahead and I guess try to go to the next area. As far as I know, we do have to go to Route Yell, which is actually next to Tozoro City. So that is where we are going to be going next. Let me quickly exit this cave and make my way to Tozoro City, and I think we can actually end out the episode over there. Alright, here I am in Tozoro City. I did go ahead and switch out Lucario back into my team, and this is actually Route L. This is where we are supposed to go forward into the Victory Road and then to Pokemon League. Alright, since we are near the 30 minutes mark, I think this is a good place for me to go ahead and end out this episode. Thank you all for watching this video. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys in the next one.